Many years ago, in the 1300s, people in Europe started to move away from dark, religious-focused art that was popular during the Gothic times. In Italy, a new wave of creative ideas was starting. This change was later known as the early Renaissance. Artists like Giotto and Donatello started experimenting with shapes and human forms. They moved away from the stiff, unreal figures of the Gothic times. Their work created a big change and started a huge growth in the art world. When we move to the 1500s, a time called the High Renaissance starts. This was best time for Renaissance art. Really famous artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael came up during this time. These artists used what they learned from the early Renaissance and pushed it to the max. They made art that was not just pretty, but also showed deep feelings in people. Their art was like a mirror of the world around them. It showed what was happening at that time and what being human is about. These masters left a mark that lasted even after they were gone. In the 1500s, during the time known as the Late Renaissance, artists like Titian and Tintoretto kept working on what the earlier artists had started, added more feeling and excitement to their art using color and light in new and different ways. As the time of the Renaissance was ending in the 1600s, the Baroque era was starting, but the effect of art from the Renaissance didn't just stop. Its ideas became part of all art history, and it kept affecting artists for many years. So the Renaissance was a time when art really grew and changed. It started with trying new things in how pictures looked and how the human body was drawn. Then came the amazing art of the High Renaissance, and after that, the powerful and emotional art of the Late Renaissance. Each part brought new things that changed how art was made. Artists in the Renaissance didn't follow old rules anymore. They made a new kind of beauty and realness that still inspires artists today. This is what Renaissance art gave us, a sign of how creative humans can be and how strong pictures can speak to us. It shows us that all kinds of art are a big part of our history and our ways of life. And so, as we keep making and liking art, we keep the spirit of the Renaissance with us. This was a time of big changes and great things in culture that has left a lasting mark on the world.